welcome to the channel. For this video I'm going to be driving down to the port of Fort Lauderdale so I can take you on a quick tour of the Celebrity Apex cruise ship. So today I'm exploring the Celebrity Apex, and I gotta tell you, this is a really nice ship. It's still a very modern cruise ship. It debuted on its very first cruise back in June 2021. Celebrity really does meticulous maintenance. I mean, it looked brand new inside and out, pretty much anywhere you looked. I couldn't even find any dust or rust or anything, and honestly, that's pretty rare. Most cruise ships are usually showing wear and tear. Cruising in salt water is probably the most abusive thing you could ever do to a boat. So this is classified as an Edge class cruise ship, and it is a big machine. The tonnage is 130,818 gross tons. That's about 3 times as big as the RMS Titanic and over 100 feet longer. So Celebrity Apex is a pretty big ship. Okay, so now for a quick disclaimer. I am a cheapskate, and I booked the absolute cheapest cabin that you can on this particular ship. I always am what you would consider a budget traveler, so if you're looking for that type of content, then please subscribe to this channel. So I love going on cruises, and I look forward to vlogging about more of them in the future. And I've been on a lot of different cruise ships over the years now, and these are the nicest budget accommodations that I've ever experienced. My cheap cabin on the Celebrity Apex was larger than a lot of hotel rooms that I've stayed in over the years. Compared to the budget cabin that I booked on the Norwegian Sun, which felt like I was staying inside a closet, this was a very roomy cabin. I mean, I loved having the sofa in the room. The desk for the computer was great. Nice big screen TV on the wall. The beds were nice and comfortable. Very, very quiet cabin. And the bathroom was absolutely massive for an interior cabin. I was just absolutely shocked at just how nice the bathroom was. You know, I know a lot of people prefer to have like a window that looks out to the ocean, or sometimes even a balcony, but I'm just not a big fan of those accommodations. I know that from previous experience that when you're on the inside of the ship, if you're ever in rough seas, the room rolls a lot less than if you're on the outside. I get seasick really easy, so I definitely prefer to be on the inside of the ship where the rooms are a lot less floaty. Walking around this cruise ship, you quickly get the vibe that this thing was built for middle-aged people and senior citizens. You know, there really aren't that many amenities for kids. I mean, they have like a daycare on the lower level, and that's about it. You're not going to find any water slides or merry-go-rounds or Ferris wheels or roller coasters. None of that kind of stuff is on this ship. They do have quite a few amenities on board, but you know, they've got a nightclub, they've got a really large theater for stage productions, musicals, those type of things. There's a lot of shopping, nearly all designer goods or just like random gift shops. Most people spend almost all the time at either the outdoor pool or the casino that's, I think, on the 4th level. Now, the biggest highlight for me on the Celebrity Apex was the quality of the food. I've been on several cruise ships now, and I think the food on Celebrity is probably the best I've ever experienced. Now, keep in mind, I don't go to the upcharge restaurants, so I can't really comment on like how good the steaks are in the steakhouse here on the Apex because, you know, if I'm already got free meals, I'm going to take advantage of those. I'm not going to pay extra for a steak. Now, keep in mind, you can still get a steak in the complimentary dining rooms. It's not going to be filet mignon. If I recall, the complimentary steaks were more like T-bones or New York strip steaks. So the first restaurant they have on board the Apex is the Eden Cafe. That's just you know, just a breakfast spot, just for small like sandwiches and lunches and stuff. You're not going to get a real big meal at the Eden. The Spa Cafe is where they serve all the like healthy items, you know, vegetarian meals, and they've got some like protein shakes and that kind of stuff. The Oceanview Cafe is the restaurant that they had that giant buffet with all the little different tables. It's like going to like one of those all-you-can-eat places because they have all the giant salad bars, and there's like a cutting board where they'll cut you like fresh like roast beef and those type of things, and They've got soups and salads and desserts and pretty much everything you can imagine. Think of the old like Ponderosas and the Sizzlers back in the day, and that's basically where you're going to end up at the Oceanview. The Mast Grill is a poolside restaurant, and that's the place you probably want to go if you're looking for like a hamburger or like a club sandwich, those type of things. They got really good fries there too, so I was pretty impressed with the Mast Grill. I ate there a couple times. So if you think I'm going to spend the entire time talking about the food on the ship, you're probably right, because it was one of my favorite parts of the Celebrity Apex. Don't get me wrong, the live stage shows were really good. I mean, I really enjoyed Rockumentary, but there's only so much I can articulate about a rock concert. On the Apex, there's 4 main dining rooms, and that's where you get the bulk of your complimentary meals. The first dining room is called the Cosmopolitan, and that's pretty much where you go every day if you want to get a big breakfast, pancakes, sausage, bacon, that kind of stuff. The next dining room is known as the Normandie, and they focus on French cuisine, and it's a great little place to get some cool appetizers or a light meal. The Cyprus restaurant is the dining room that's mostly inspired by Greek heritage. If you love seafood, that's probably the dining room for you to focus on, because almost every meal offers at least 1 or 2 plates of seafood with like a Mediterranean inspiration. And the last dining room was my favorite. It's the Tuscan restaurant, and everything on the menu pretty much is Italian inspired. They've got like fresh homemade pastas and all kinds of amazing spaghettis and raviolis and lasagnas, and everything is just fresh and delicious. And I'm addicted to Italian food. I don't know why, but obviously I spent a lot of time in the Tuscan while I was on my cruise. So what's my bottom line on cruising with Celebrity Cruises? I absolutely love it. The thing about it is, if you're an older adult and you don't want to deal with kids, Celebrity is a great option for that. If you go on like a Disney cruise or a Carnival cruise, it's going to be, lots of screaming kids, and you just don't want to deal with that drama, then Celebrity is definitely the way to go. In the hierarchy of cruise ships, I'd say that this is way, way better than like an MSC or a Carnival. I've had nothing but bad experiences going on those type of cruises. I would definitely consider Celebrity to be, on the premium tier, similar to like the Princess cruise I went on. If I have any pet peeves about this ship, it's the lack of an arcade. I realize they probably deliberately excluded it to stay away from the kid demographic, but let's face it, Gen X adults like to play arcade games, whether it's Galaga or Pac-Man or something newer like Street Fighter 2. They do have a casino. I guess that's as close as you get while you're on the ship. However, maybe like an arcade bar where they served alcohol, that might cater to this demographic that they're going for. I know I'd be a hell of a lot happier with a little video game action on my cruise. How about a little Sega Outrun or Afterburner? That would be pretty epic. That pretty much sums up all my thoughts on the Celebrity Apex. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to play a little music as I complete the video tour. Thanks for joining me on this tour of the Celebrity Apex. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe.